It is Friday, the 24th of February, 2023. It is 8:30 p.m. UK time and it is 5:30 p.m. Brazil time because my very special guest today is from Brazil and is Leo Accorsi.
Hello, Criztoz. Hello, everyone.
Hello, how
Nice
you
to see you
doing?
here. Good. Everything is good. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you, with your
Yeah,
audience. So glad and happy and honored to join the
it's
Alberto
a
Mind.
pleasure to have you on. I've watched you stream and you've watched me stream, and it's always so much fun in your streams. So I thought I had to get you on this show and find out more about you. Definitely. Right. I always take my guests to the very beginning of their musical career and their musical passion. So I always ask my guests who was the first people in their lives? Like, was it parents? Was it friends? Was it brothers and sisters who got you into music from a young age?
Oh, nice question. Nice question. So, music, I think, you know, my dad in the 60s and the 70s, he used to sell. He's a small businessman,
Okay.
We came from a small town in the country, in the countryside of São Paulo state. A small town, 25,000 people only living, touristic town. And he
Okay. Yeah.
always there selling goods, and working. And in the 60s and 70s, he was the first one to sell televisions and stereos and also records.
Wow.
But in the
In in
60s
in
and
your
70s,
town. In your town.
in my
In your town. He
town,
was the first person to sell that. Okay. Cool.
yes, yes, and that. But I was born in '82, so
Right, okay.
he was there. But he always, we always had like a, since I remember, he had records. But by the time I was born, he had already stopped selling records, but he had some leftover stocks in there.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we
Cool.
always, yeah, when I always had this culture of records at home. And then listening to some records and listen to some K7 tapes. I think my daddy was the first person that I could that showed me turntable and also records and K7. But he wasn't, unfortunately, he was a salesperson. He wasn't a collector.
Okay. Okay.
so I found on at his garage a couple of years ago some
Yeah.
leftovers, but some normal leftovers, some regular records.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. But the thing is, this amazing heritage stuff that we carry, that's nice. But he was the first one about the system and the hardware, and about music. I remember my I had a cousin, so
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
he was like 5 years older than me. He was listening to some Brazilian 80s rock, and I
Okay.
was touched by that. And then after that, in the 90s, we started to. It was so funny because my beginning in this music or records career started with a different style that I don't play much nowadays. Seaside, vamos, querida amiga.
Vamos to Seaside FM. Yeah.
Vamos, hello, welcome. We started with psychedelic trance in the late 90s.
Wow,
I,
psychedelic trance. Okay, yeah,
was so cool because I was like I was 16, 17 in the college. I started college, but then I stopped and changed the my degree, and then was so cool. This different kind of music. So that was the time I found out about this DJ environment and all this club environment was that age.
cool,
And then
cool.
lots of friends from the university.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Let's pause there because you've got to
Okay.
university, and then we'll start talking more about DJing and things like that.
Okay.
But the whole point of the show is that it is called All Back to Mind. So if I was to come to your house in Brazil, maybe one day, you never know, then you would say to me, Christos, I have these 7 compactos that you have to listen to, and you would play them to me. And obviously, if anyone doesn't know, I didn't know till DJ Bill told me about the fact that 7-inch records are called compactos, because they have a completely different name, don't they? Here we have singles or 45s, but they're called compactos, and they're also played at 33 as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the same but different, which is cool, which I love. But yeah, so 7 records. You might have more, but let's have the first one. If you tell us what it is, why you've chosen it, and then we'll hear about a minute and a half of the song. And big up to Chuck B.
Check B, welcome, my friend. Oh, nice. So this is amazing. This is different culture, but the passion for the music is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I chose 7 compactos here. I think one is 45.
Okay.
And then if you want me to play first or you wanna talk,
Tell us what it is, what the
I'm
song
gonna tell
is.
you.
Play it, and then we'll have a little talk afterwards.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the first one. It's not like in a chronological order, but
Okay.
I was digging my collection, and
Yeah.
this amazing thing about music. Look at that. I will I will show. Look
Oh
at
yeah.
that. You
Let
know
me see if
this
I can
this guy.
solo that.
You know this guy,
Yeah, I recognize the name. Yeah.
Peter Ritchie. So it's a nice boogie stuff. I don't know much about him, but I think he was a big fan of Lionel Richie, and he looked like.
He looks like Lionel Richie. Yeah.
Yes, he looks like. It's so cool because
Yeah.
in the A side we have 2 cover versions from Lionel Richie,
Oh wow.
but the banger, the boogie and funky banger in this compacto is a double compacto. Here is a different stuff. Also in Brazil, we have double compactos, right?
Double 2. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2 each side, so it's nice. So there's a nice boogie and funky stuff called mutation. So nice. So
Cool.
one of the compactors I chose is this one because we don't know anything about him, but
Yeah.
maybe he put his life as a life project here. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to have one sample of him here with me. So it's very special
That's
to me.
amazing. It's a piece of history, isn't it? It's a piece of history. So
Exactly. So every record must have their recognition, right? So
yeah.
this is our version, Brazilian version of Lionel Richie. So it's so
Okay.
cool.
let's
It's so
let's
nice.
hear let's hear
Let's
one
hear.
of one of
I'm
the
gonna,
records.
I'm gonna put this song, the Mutação song, is the banger here.
Cool.
Just a
Let's
sec.
do it.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
let's listen. Okay.
And hello to Moktak as well.
Vem menina, vem dançar, sua dança me ensinar, com muito charme e vibração, coordenar o coração. Vem! Deixa entrar a sensação de ser um ser em mutação, sentir subir, descer, parar, o corpo todo flutuar. Vem! Vem chegando, vem dançando, vem chegando, vem dançando.
This is very cool. Very cool.
All right, it's so cool. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other side, I think we can stop. So the other side, you have, let's go seaside. The other side, you have, that song. I don't know the name. I guess I on my way. You know this,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know the name, but I know what you mean. But but
but
that is
it's
that's proper boogie, and that's what year is that from? Did you say?
1985.
85. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we don't know
That's
anything about him, but it's so nice to have. I really, it's also a record label called Famason. It's a bit difficult to know anything about this label, so
Oh,
I got
okay.
this copy. It's so nice to have.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
nice. This is one for sure. When you invited me to the show, I said no. Peter Ritchie. It's our version from Lionel
But
Richie.
this is what I've loved, and we'll talk about Twitch in a bit. But I've loved the fact that I've been introduced to so much amazing Brazilian music and amazing Brazilian DJs from you guys. It's been one of the highlights of being on Twitch and all the rest of it. It's been a lot of fun. But right, so you're around the age of 18, 19 at college, and you're listening to psychedelic trance.
Yeah.
Are you DJing at this stage, or does that come later?
So that's fun. I just remember something a little bit earlier. That's so
Okay, no
fun.
worries.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
two
go.
years early, in 1996. You know DJ Marky, the drum and bass Brazilian DJ.
Yeah, yeah. DJ Marky, yeah, yeah,
He's very famous in London and all the
yeah.
stuff. He was playing when drum and bass before he gets I think before he goes to London or to Europe to play, he was playing in a club next to my hometown. So
Okay, cool.
in 1996, yo, DJ Chuck B, in 1996, I wasn't 18 already, but I couldn't go to the club to dance, and then was something really new. It was a bit before the trance scene. Trance was 1980, 99. The
Right.
drum and bass, and I remember DJ Marky playing in this club. We were going there to watch him playing because it was totally new to us, because drum and bass or jungle,
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
didn't know anything. We didn't have internet and anything else. So I was there. I want to dance. And then it was so fun because there was a song that I remember since then was like a Eddie Rush and Optical, Sick
Yeah,
Note. You
yeah.
know the
That's right.
song?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
used to write in the napkin and ask him to play this song in
To
the
DJ
DJ booth.
Marky.
DJ Marky
Yeah, yeah.
in
You take it. You
1996.
write your request on a napkin and give it
Yes,
to.
like
Yeah, cool.
nowadays I know. I heard people go with the cell phone, like maybe a little unpolite, asking to play some
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But then he showed us the drum and bass word, and then we, without internet or any source of uh, searching engine or something, we knew this song. We had to go to São Paulo with bus to find the records or the music, and then when he played that, you can imagine it's different, because
Yeah.
it's not like today. It was so cool, and then he played mixing, and he was already making all those energetic sets. So that was our foundation of electronic music and underground scene. Was a bit
Amazing.
earlier than the trance scene with
Yeah,
DJ
yeah,
Marky in the Six Club was the name. Was so visionary, the owner, because small town, a club, and then playing records with DJ Marky. And after that, he became this one of the main names, most important DJs in the underground music. He's amazing. He got amazing milestones, and
yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
time he's
Amazing. So he,
amazing.
he was a big inspiration for you. And
Yes,
so when did you start DJing?
so after that, okay, drum and bass is cool, and then you start to learning and researching.
Yeah.
Then we got into this psychedelic trance scene.
Okay.
So, but it wasn't with records. I remember, I think why psychedelic trance arrived in Brazil, because some people from Europe, they
Yeah.
float from Europe or mainly from Europe. They float in the winter, like December to Bahia, the states of Bahia in Brazil for the New
Yeah.
Year's Eve. It's summer there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Summer here.
Lots of
There.
lots of parties. Also, Thiago Shah, he spends like I don't know, the entire month of January they're playing
Amazing.
small parties. And then, but at that time, the psychedelic trance arrived in Brazil. And then those DJs and other travelers brought CDs with
Yeah.
psychedelic trance, with the small raves. And then some friends from university were in Bahia also. And then they made this connection. And then they brought, after the summer break, they returned to the university and I was there. And then they showed me this new kind of music. It was
Wow.
faster and then lots of nice elements, Goa
Yeah. Yeah.
trance, Israeli trance,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
wow, this is cool. And after that, was man, I was there in this 25,000 people, it's a small town, and then we we found a party, not a party label, a team to throw parties called a squad to throw party with some friends
Right.
called Sun Tribe. Was the Sun Tribe, the tribe of the sun.
Yeah.
And then we painted a nice flag, neon, neon lights
Neon. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
with neon. And we were at my garage, my parents' garage, for 1 month, doing those geometric forms with
Wow.
neon. 1 month
Yeah.
preparing all the decoration for the party. And then we put it like in my parents' not farm, a piece of land
Yeah.
with lots of pine trees. We put Alwyn wires with those not neon lights, and then was
The
so
black light. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
the
I know what
black
you mean.
lights,
The
but
UV light.
the UV lights, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to make it glow into the night. But the fun thing was the tribe was called Sun Tribe, but all the parties rained a lot.
Oh no.
But and then at that time the UV lights used some reactors and it was so warm the lights. It was open air parties. So when it started to rain, all the lamps start to explode.
Oh no.
And then the part was a mess. Was a mess, but that was our beginning. Was our beginning in this underground scene with the Sun Tribe. But the party was like the flyers we did with copies, Xerox copies.
Yeah. Yeah. Zero. Yeah. Photocopies. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we slice it with the machines, with
Yeah.
and then hand out to our friends, and also like 50 people, 100 people. But then 2005, 2004, after like the party it was nice then, but the trance wasn't uh what we would like to listen at that time. Say okay,
Okay.
trance is okay because it wasn't that psychedelic, it was more synthetic. And I said no,
Right.
no, 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 no. Then I went to, that was the turning point. I went to a small season in Berkeley, California, in the
Oh
Bay
yeah.
Area, next to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oakland, Berkeley, and then I was in touch with the soulful house scene. Totally different,
Wow. So
totally different.
from trance to soulful house.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
150 BPM to
Yeah.
125 BPM. So I said, "Oh, what is that? It's totally different." So it has more, organic instruments and groovy, but it's slower. And then also it was so cool because I was there to learn in English, and then I the one of my teachers, she was bartender in a nice party in the
Right.
weekends. So she took me to the parties, salted, I think the salted, I think was a label, salted and remedy
Okay.
in San
Maybe. Yeah. I
Francisco.
don't know. Yeah.
It's so cool, the salted parties. So I was going every weekend there, and then changed my mind as well. I said, "Oh, so we need to do something like that." So I got some materials, and then 2005, when my daughter is It's knocking at the door, but now she's with my wife, so
Okay.
so the bell can wait a little bit, honey. So then I start buying records at Juno and also Amoeba. I brought
Yeah, yeah.
some records from Amoeba Music in San
San
Francisco.
Francisco. Yeah, yeah. Great shop.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
start buying at Juno and Juno Records. Juno, it was so hard for us. It's still hard to import records
Mm.
because like Brazilian DJs, we know we struggle a lot to get the records. It's so tough.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And
Let's
then
let's
okay,
pause
let's
there.
move on.
Let's pause there. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll carry on with record buying and that. But I want to hear another record. So let's have a second compactos.
Another
And
side.
again.
Oh, I saw that Seaside wrote something, but I can I don't
So
have the
Seaside
image.
said Sun Tribe, that's amazing because there's a genre of films in the late 50s in Japan called Sun
Oh, so
Tribe films.
cool, Seaside.
So
Oh, didn't know
the
about that.
same
So
name.
oh, nice. So,
Yeah.
I think it would be a nice to have a movie about Suntrap because it's so cool, so hard. We struggle a lot to have the parties, but the main thing it continues the same as here on Twitch is to
Yeah.
play some records. So always that's the essence. So let's go
Exactly.
to
Play some records
let's
and spread the good vibes and the good positivity. Yeah. So
exactly
what is the second one you've chosen?
the second one. Okay, let's go to the second one. Uh, maybe seven. Oh, this one. This one, let's talk about it a little bit
Yeah.
first. Was the last one that I had on my want list. So it's a nice boogie as well, a bit sought after, né? Sought after, and then it's so nice. It's a and the banger here. The two songs are banger, but the banger is painted by Gilberto Gil. This where is it here?
Okay, hold
This
on.
girl,
Let's get you.
Viviane Godoy. It's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Cool.
nice boogie as well.
Let's have a listen to that
Also,
one.
let's listen. So it's also produced by Lincoln Olivetti. Let's listen to it. The song's called Estrela.
Ah, de surgir uma estrela no céu cada vez que você sorri. E de apagar uma estrela no céu cada vez que você chorar. O contrário também bem que pode acontecer, de uma estrela brilhar quando a lágrima cair. Ou então de uma estrela cadente se jogar, só pra ver essa flor do seu sorriso se abrir. Ah, Deus fará absurdos contanto que a vida seja assim. Sim, sim, altar onde celebre-se tudo que ele consentir.
That's another great record.
This is, I think, because everyone, like most of people, recognize this producer Lincoln Olivetti.
Yeah.
Amazing because he has a nice touch. He's boogie, but he's Brazilian. He knew how to kept these 80s Brazilian vibes, especially the Rio de Janeiro vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
so
good.
nice. It's so
But
good. So,
it's lovely, it's beautiful, and it's timeless. I mean, that record's 40 years old. Is that from the 80s as well?
this is 80, 84, maybe.
84.
Yeah, maybe 84. Yeah, this like in 1982, Lincoln Olivetti, he produced over 365 songs, so
Wow.
more than one a day.
One a day.
Yes, like he's
That's
Big Bat.
crazy.
His nickname was Big Bat because he just produced it at night. So it
Oh,
was
wow.
a Batman.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool.
É Big Bat, morcegão em português is morcegão.
Yeah, yeah. And the beauty is that because of how Twitch works, we can play this music, and there's no one to. You don't have to please anyone. There's no sort of nightclub or pub owner or bar owner or anything like that. Promoter, you can just play what you want, which is amazing, and which is what I love listening to all you guys from Brazil because the music is so good. But you were saying it's difficult to get the records in Brazil.
Oh yes, yes, it's very difficult, and I totally agree with you. So Twitch is so good because you can try different songs,
Yeah,
B or C sides. So it's so nice. It's so nice. So I wish I can continue streaming for over and over because it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
nice. It's so
It
nice. So
it is
it's a
good fun.
nice platform, and so glad that you can share and meet new people, new friends.
Exactly.
It's weird.
How did you get into Twitch? How did you first get into
Yeah,
Twitch?
because of the COVID-19,
Yeah,
we were so it was so tough because I like I wasn't playing as a DJ anymore like 2020 or 19
yeah,
uh, regularly. It was a hobby as well. So in the COVID-19 pandemia, I was about to become a dad. My daughter, she was
yeah.
born in May 2020,
Okay,
and then the
okay.
COVID exploded on
Yeah, 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 yeah.
March here in Brazil, March 2020. So we were all
Crazy.
crazy, crazy. We're all here stuck, and then I was really, really stuck and respecting all the laws and all the stuff into because I could. So I was here uh, into my house, and then my daughter. So, but before my daughter was born on in May, né? I started doing some lives on Facebook, but
Okay, yeah, like most
we,
people. Yeah,
most people, I think it's the
yeah,
same path. Most
yeah,
people
yeah.
started there, and the copyrights always dropping.
Exactly, exactly. It's
Exactly.
so
Then,
annoying, wasn't it? It was you play 20
nah.
minutes,
So
it'd
yes,
come up and say copyright, and you'd be like, oh,
yes.
switch it
So
off, start again. Oh,
yeah, that was the last time I was a bit. I was no, not a fighting, but discussing with my wife
yeah,
because I want, it's annoying. I wanted so bad to continue
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
to streaming, but it was so tough because we had to turn up everything again in like a live that would take like 1 hour straight as on
yeah,
Twitch. We took 4 hours, and
yeah,
she was mad at me. And oh please, come on! I just wanted to share to stream, and then
yeah,
ban Facebook. So that was the last time, and then I quit. Before that, I said it's better me to quit because it's
yeah,
too difficult to stream, and we can say anything about the copyrights. They are right; they have the rights, so I can't do live anymore. And then there was a DJ, the first DJ in Brazil that I saw. He doesn't stream anymore. It's called DJ Formiga. DJ
okay,
Formiga. He's a great DJ. He's a great record collector. He started on Twitch. It was so tough because people like on Facebook or YouTube, they had like 3,000 friends, 4,000 friends, and
yeah, yeah,
Twitch
yeah.
was new. And
Nothing,
then
no friends.
one follow, the same thing. And he was like a bet in that. So Twitch is the um, tool to stream. And then I said, oh, I will try. And then so once a week, and then one follower, two and three, and then I continue the same little by little,
Yeah,
but now much easier. We have this community, so cool. But
yeah, yeah,
I think I started the same way as the most of people in
yeah, yeah.
2020 started, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Let's pause there. Let's pause there. Let's have record number three. What is your third record that you've
Oh, this
chosen?
one is so special. It's so nice,
They're all
uplifting.
special, though. I'm sure they're all going to be good.
Yes, oh, thank you. So I chose, was digging, and I think I pick up. nice and special compactors or 7 inches or
Yeah.
45s. Also, I have a nice. I can find here later. I have an interesting Brazilian compactor from the 80s, 45 RPM. I'm
Wow.
gonna show
Okay.
you. It's not normal, but look at that. The next one is this one, very uplifting. If Seaside is here, she will recognize. This is
Willie
this
Santana.
Willie
Okay. Yes.
Santana. Mais uma chance, one more chance. It's a AOR boogie, very uplifting, very refreshing. It's amazing song. I love this song, and then
Yeah.
always playing. And then it brings us joy and happiness and everything else. Gonna let's play. Let's play this. Mais uma chance. Let's go. Mais uma chance, one more chance.
Seaside says you have to send it to her when you're finished.
Oh. She deserves. I will find a copy for her. I'm gonna send to her house. Oh my goodness, she has so many pepitas. She opened up the doors of City Pop to me. Oh my goodness, this side is amazing, querida amiga. Let's fly to Seattle. I need other thing I need to do. I willing to do is to take a trip. 4 years stuck in here, so hopefully in near future we meet each other. Seaside, it's gonna be a pleasure.
That'd be amazing. It's so cool to meet the other people from Twitch and from the
Oh,
community.
some people here on Facebook, on Instagram,
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting each other is so nice.
It's
So,
good fun. It's good fun.
so this song certainly would play when we meet each other because it's so joyful, always good vibe. This Willie Santana is amazing.
Fale, diga o que eu preciso fazer pra te convencer de que não quero somente curtir com você momentos de prazer. Está certo, teu beijo me atiça, teu corpo me põe a perder. E eu me deixo levar na gana selvagem de dar e de ter. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance. Por favor, me dá mais uma chance. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance. Por favor, me dá mais uma chance. Está certo, teu beijo me atiça, teu corpo me põe a perder. E eu me deixo levar na gana selvagem de dar e de ter. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance. Por favor, me dá mais uma chance. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance. Por favor, me dá mais uma chance. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance. Por favor, me dá mais uma chance. Mas eu sinto que tem outro lance.
This is so good, so uplifting. It brings us joy and happiness.
It's amazing. Seaside FM says, wishes her hair was that awesome.
It's amazing because you know 70s. Yeah, I maybe this is well, this style is more 70s, right? But maybe this production is like early 80s or something. But it's amazing, so
It's
groovy,
so good. But what amazes me
groovy
is
as
how
his
long.
style.
Yeah, but it's lasted so long. Like you say, we're playing records from the 80s, when there's people who are playing, obviously, the music from today. But there's so much music that it has to be heard. And it's why I love Twitch, because people play this music that might otherwise never be heard by a lot of people. Especially on your stream. There's so much music I hear when I come into one of your streams that I just love. It's all fire and it's all uplifting and happy and joyful, and it just creates a good vibe. And I love your streams. But how did you find it when you first got into streaming? When you first got into streaming, was it difficult? Has it got easier? And was there a change at some stage?
Yeah, so thank you for the words, and it's the same to you, Christos. Because when I sometimes I watching your streams, it's the same thing. I don't even have any clue from where you dig your music because totally a different universe. But then I can, of course,
Yeah,
dig in something. Oh, with Shazam, oh, it's amazing. So I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
I can have it someday. But
Well, come one day, come to the UK, and
I will.
we'll go
So
digging. Yeah, yeah,
will we try. My wife also. We want to, to fly a little bit and to
yeah.
relax a little bit because after all these hard times. And then Leo Fogo, Accorsi, Fire, Seaside, Amiga. So it's so amazing. So I'm always trying this kind of stuff, these uplifting and joyful songs. And then I started. I remember 2020. I was after a bit earlier, um, 2019, 18, 19, with another friend. He was on Twitch also
Okay.
uh, on 2020. I will arrive at the point that
Yeah.
in your question. Diogo, DJ Diogo, was alongside Thiago Shah and me, and also DJ Digon. Uh, we had a Ray train in 2020 called Terça Forte. It means like every Tuesday. It was like a
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
Tuesday. It
Yeah. Yeah.
was in the beginning. And then DJ Diogo and me, I have a small hotel in my hometown. It's my business. Like I work there, but more remotely, but I'm focus in there, in my the place that I work. But I
Yeah.
hear more in São Paulo. But I was there on Wednesday, and that I have this work. And then we had this party called L'Hotel. We throw
Okay.
only two parties in 2019 and 2020 in February, a bit before the COVID. It was so cool. This project was so cool because we had the guests stay in the hotel, and then we
Oh,
playing
cool.
in the lobby. It was so cool.
Amazing. That
So
sounds
that
great.
it's so great. So we had two again. So it's so nice because it's the same as in the psychedelic trance scene 20 years ago, because we were playing DJ Diogo. He is one of the men responsible for everything, the little I know about Brazilian music, because he's a digger, he was a DJ, he's still a DJ, and he's a record seller too. And then we were throwing this party together. Uh, and we were playing sets like 45 minutes each, a back to back.
Yeah.
But it was so cool because this Brazilian music, also for everyone, it's new in a small town, even in São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, even everywhere, because it's you need to dig these pepitas, like Etinica says. You need pepitas. These pepitas, you need to dig these pepitas. And then we were playing these pepitas there in my hometown. People, what's this song? This Brazilian? I don't know this. I
Okay.
only know the normal music. And then, unfortunately, COVID came, and then
Yeah.
we are talking about to come back with this project, and also now with Twitch, that would be amazing because you could stream the party
Yeah.
and then play there in loco, right? Like in real life. So uh, that we started together. So answer the question with DJ Diogo
Yeah.
and also Thiago Shah. A couple months later, we started. I started playing more Brazilian music because I was into that. I got also crazy with the Brazilian music because I also didn't know, and I still don't know anything. We always uh, digging, but I was that like, how come? Amazing, amazing tunes, amazing music, and I didn't. How could I didn't know about that earlier?
And
Something like that.
that's just music in your country, just music you
Yeah,
didn't know in your country. And this is what obviously there's so much music that we don't know from other people's countries. So it was amazing that you were discovering so much good music from your own country. I'm going to say hello to Double P, who's just popped in the house. But yeah, so that's cool then. So and then that sort of translated into doing the raid events because you were doing back to back sets in real life at the hotel, and then you converted that into sort of real life Twitch sets.
yes, it's pretty much the same, but like in 2020, we were already doing that. So cool.
Yeah,
But now we're looking forward to try to make it again. Now with Twitch.
cool.
So that's why I was talking with Seaside about compilations.
Yeah,
That we call here in Brazil. It's a slang, coletas. I always
collectors. Okay.
coletas. Coletas is slang. It's like a compilation.
Yeah,
Coletânea in Portuguese, and the DJs they say coletas. I always buying coletas from Europe, from
yeah,
Greece,
yeah, yeah,
from Japan. So then I can have the first touch with the music, and after that I say, oh, I need to have the the LP, or even sometimes the original.
yeah.
So always the legendary collector, yes. Because it's so cool, those collectors, because lots of nice diggers
Yeah.
uh, making the curadory for that. So always having the collector, and then I find the path so I can dig.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit like what we do on Twitch, isn't it? Because people say that obviously they have Spotify and it recommends music to them, but it's not human. With Twitch, each channel is like a curator of music, and like you say, each set is like one of these compilations, one of these collectors, because you're collecting music from around the world and saying to people, "All right, here you go. Here's an hour of music. You may have heard some of this, you might not." So we're all sort of not, what's the word for someone who makes collectors? Is there a word for someone who makes compilations?
Yes, like it's very interesting point, because we also aside the curators that works for a label that makes the collector, we always collecting some songs from each streamer, and
Yeah,
then we kind of create our own collector, and then we find the records. If we find in a collector, it's better because you're gonna receive more music as well.
yeah,
It's something like that, but it's also nice to have also the 45 or the compacto, which the only banger is
yeah,
nice. But for me, I have also records that I don't have the original sleeve. For me, the first point is the song
yeah,
is playing, it's amazing. Then if it's a compacto or 45 or a coletta or original or repress, in the second point, but we need to have the song, the bang, the banger. Yeah,
exactly. It's an interesting concept because, like Seaside says,
yeah,
Leo, you always say saving money with collectors, and especially as records are getting more and more expensive,
yes,
especially 45s, and I assume compactors as well, that they're much more expensive. You get more value if you buy a compilation or an album. Um, but again, it depends what sort of DJ you are and what sort of how you like it. But it's interesting. I'm going to say hello to T2 Funk as well, who's in the house. He's been on the show before. And right, let's pause there. Let's have another record. I think we're on number 4. Let's have another Compactos.
Let's go. Amazing. So nice to be here. Thank you, Criztoz, and all the audience. Thank you. Vamos, Seaside.
Thank you.
Tica, Messi, vamos. First, let's introduce. So this is
Yes.
Seaside knows well. This
Seaside
is
knows this one.
this is. I was digging, and then I found this
Okay.
cover, and I said, "So she's so fresh."
Yeah.
I think it might be nice. And then I gave a listen, and I said, "Oh man, this is amazing. This is so fresh and so groovy. We don't know what she's saying, but it's so amazing." Olha lá. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Huriko Ogami.
Uruko Ogami. Okay. I'm
It's
looking
so
forward to this.
nice, Crystal. And then it was before I meet Seaside. So this is the first city pop
Okay.
album I got. And then I didn't know it was city pop, the city pop culture and all the stuff that happened in Japan in the 80s. And then I bought, and then I said, wow, what's this amazing kind of music? So that was the first one. Let's listen to that.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it a little
Yes.
bit further. But after Meet Seaside FM, so she opened up a new universe of music. Oh my
Of
goodness.
city pop music. Yeah. That's
Amazing.
again, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Twitch, because each DJ brings something completely different, and their channel is completely different to other people's, and so the music is amazing. The music we've heard in the last 2-3 years in Twitch, we would have never heard in 100 years if we weren't listening to DJs all the time.
Exactly. We're using this digital platform, but it's more human. It's
Yeah.
more human because people are putting the song. It's not like the
Definitely.
algorithm. So I'm always thankful to all of you, my friends. Allah. Oh, so nice. Nice information. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So when I listen to the song, it brings you some peace. You want to dance, but you feel, oh, this is so good to hear. So let's hear.
Cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this is the maybe okay, this one. $45. Oh, it's the other side. Wait. It's the other side.
Let's flip it over.
Flip it over. Let's flip it over real quick. But this side is so cool as well. But the banger. Oh, yes. it's amazing, Crystal. So this is nice because I don't know what you see, but it's maybe I bet
That's a great song. It's just got a really good vibe, and I love the sort of the change between effectively the verse and the chorus, the way it transitioned. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good, really good. And so what you're saying is that you found that before you met Seaside.
yes. Before I met Seaside and the City Pop Classics profile, and then oh, because I didn't know about the City Pop. I didn't know. I
Okay.
and I also don't know about lot. We don't know a lot of nice stuff that you don't see, but we will find someday. That's why the searching always continue, right? So
It
this is
does.
the good thing because you
Now,
always will find some nice music.
yeah, and it's every day you listen to something, you discover something else, and then it's connecting the dots and all these different niches and all these different genres and music that's popular in one country or to one DJ is not popular to another, but it's different. It's brilliant. And I mean, before Twitch, I don't think it existed that you could just switch it on and just watch DJs or listen to DJs from so many different countries with so many different styles. And I think that's amazing that it's brought us all globally together to be able to interact and listen to each other's records. And also the thing with raid events, again, it's collaboration, isn't it? It's brilliant. It's when you put you do raid events, as do I, and we organize them, and it's compiling like we're compiling records. You're compiling an evening or a session or a raid event, and that's something else I really love. I mean, do you enjoy that side of it, organizing events?
Yes, I do. We used to because, like we were talking about, so many things too. Salve, salve, Ladionis Modatus.
Yes, salve salve.
Welcome, bem-vindo, mano. Another great friend that I have here on Twitch, but we never see each other personally.
Yeah,
So, so uh, this is amazing. This is weird and it's amazing at the same time. I have so many new friends that I
yeah,
never met personally, but you consider as a nice friend because we can feel because we doing this with passion. So we doing stream with passion, putting some music with passion. Then the people, oh, this is good. So we receive that as a compliment and say, oh, so nice that he liked it. I'm very happy that you like the song that I put for you. So, but answer your question. So, Seaside, after met Seaside, oh, so she always suggesting and showing us. So she's very kind because she always, oh, so this song is good. So this song comes with this record, and we have this repress. So she's so kind. Oh, she's so nice. And then always watching her stream. So the bad thing is that you want to have everything that she has in her collection, but to us
we
here, but
can't have every record. That's the
oh
problem.
yeah, we want to have every record, but you have to stop and say, "Oh man, I
Yeah,
have to choose between these." So little by little, we have in our collection, right? So, and then we after that, this when we change it, we switch from psychedelic trance to house music. We created this party called Mansão. Mansão is mansion.
right.
It was an old house in my farm, and it was yes. For me, it's choosing from between records and diapers. What's diapers for babies? Diapers or records? So I have
It
to
has
have
to
the
be diapers.
it has to be diapers and crystals for the couple of years to come. But
Jack P says records always. I think he's talking
records.
about
So
records and noodles.
yeah, we can always have some we can figure out always. But other day was so nice. My daughter, she was here, and she, oh daddy, so you have so many records. And then I
Yeah.
said, oh, you like that? And she, yes, I like it. You gonna listen to that? Yes, I will. So for me, so it's all there. If I don't know what she's gonna to do with that, but it's all hers. So it was so
Hopefully, yeah,
nice.
exactly, exactly. And the same with all of this is all going to go to my daughter, and hopefully she'll listen to some of these records. But we'll
Yes,
see.
so nice. And then you have the 45 kids. It's
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
So beautiful. So it's a nice heritage that you can have because, music, it's culture. Like
yeah.
here we have like records is culture. So, and then we were there in this party mansion. So and then the party is still going on, Mansion. But I quit in 2016. I quit because my brother got married and had kids in 2005 when we started with the Soulful House. And then I wasn't married and didn't have anyone. And then I was in the party until 2014 then. But then he got divorced, and then he started back in the parties, and I was more into another stuff. I started doing some triathlon, some Ironmans,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
I was training, but I always loving music. But he had another vision. He decided, because it's hard in a small town to continue with an underground club. He decided to get it more mainstream in order to have more people coming,
yeah.
because the because the club was there. He had another things to work with, another business, and then instead of put his passion, he said, "I'm gonna make it more commercial." Okay, no problem. Then I said, "So I'm quitting." For me, like over 10 years, having fun here and playing, and now I have other priorities. So okay, so I quit the Mansão, the party. But if you go to Instagram, it's still happening. The Mansão Club in the same place. So since 2006 or 5, the first Mansão was 2005 when I was back from Berkeley. So 2005 to 2020, 15, over, no, 15, yeah, over 15 years. But now he's playing more because Brazil had a blast with the new electronic music DJs, more
Right. Okay.
mainstream, big room DJs and producers, and he's trying to play these DJs instead of the underground scene.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's doing
Yeah. Yeah.
that. I never been. It's been a long time since 2016 that I don't go there. But he's still throwing the parties. But he was divorced, and then now he's having, not here having fun, but he's able to run the to go into the night again. So I'm here married. But to me, Twitch playing on my pajamas and stuff, it's amazing too. It's so
Exactly. You can
cool.
play. You can play with it. You can wear whatever you want. You can play whatever you want. You can do it whenever you want. It's just the freedom that it allows you to just switch off your camera and stream. And then, as we said, it's the sort of collaboration as well, isn't it? That's the
Totally.
greatest thing. So how do you find organizing sort of raid events and things like that?
Oh, yeah. So the radio event is so cool. Unfortunately, I wish I could play more, but I
Yeah.
had to decline lots of events because, even here, our participation here on 45 L back to mine, I had to cancel a couple of times because,
Yeah.
sometimes my daughter, she's a bit ill and then I
Yeah. Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Life
You know,
comes first.
your
Life
father
has to
as
come
well.
first. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but like if you have a event on Friday and on Wednesday she's a bit ill, I cancel already. I said
Yeah.
I will cancel. It's better because I don't want you to suffer as well. In the last call cancellation, I said I will cancel.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
cancel, no problem. But I wish I could stream much more. It's so fun because it's fun because this is fun, but it's nice when somebody subscribes as well. And I was just checking. I had like a 60 subscribers or points,
Wow.
I don't know, in the last week that I took part in some nice raid events. And then I was taking a look at today, I had 27. So it dropped by the
Yeah.
half because the platform also kind of not forces you, but suggests you to play more and more and more
Yes. Yes.
because you're creating uh, content to the
Yeah.
platform as well. So we're here. So the
Well, it was started by gamers, and
gamer,
it is all a game, isn't it? It's all like, okay, well, if you get your 50 if your 50 followers, if you stream your 8 hours, then you can be affiliates, and then you build up, and then it's like, oh right, now I want 100 followers, now I want 1,000, and it just carries on like that. But it's all really positive. That's what
yeah.
I like about it. Yes, it's addictive. Yes, it's a game. Yes, we're all trying to level up all the time and do that. But it's all coming, especially with the DJ fraternity, because of all the positivity and all the friendships and the connections that come with it. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing.
Totally agree because especially for the DJs
Yeah.
that depends on the DJ way of life. They can stream. They can stream and they working. So the
Yeah.
platform provides the condition for you. But we need to balance as well because when you see that, for example, I saw that, oh, I had 60, now I had 27. So you realize, oh, I need to stream more and
Yeah.
more and more. Yeah, right. So I think the algorithm or something like that, it's automatic. But I said, oh no, but I can't stream anymore because
It's
more
difficult because yeah, I think there's professional streamers who stream a lot, and obviously they're the ones who tend to get to partners because they're able to commit however many hours, 20 hours, 25 hours a week, or whatever they're doing. And then there's other people who just stream when they can, and I stream quite a lot, but it's hour here, hour there, and all the rest, because you've then got to add in all the time when, if you're on a raid event, that you're checking out the DJ or two DJs or three DJs before you, and then the DJ after you, and then if you're organizing an event, you've got to. So it's not just the streaming time; it's all the watching time, and being in the chat and everything else. So it's a way of life now. I think is the way it's sort of going.
Yes, it is, and I think like it's so this too. The raids is so amazing,
Yeah,
because it's so nice because you hear some starting your stream, and like in 5 minutes, lots of nice people coming,
yes,
and you have all this concern to playing a song that people will like,
yeah,
and then you want to be like, hey, welcome to my stream, make yourself at home or something like that. To me, like it's the most important to make connection. It's like a having the considerations. It's the same thing like when I was there in 2005 in a internship, like you were in the school and you meet a friend from Korea, one from
yeah,
Japan, one from Ghana, one
yeah, yeah,
from Nigeria, one from London. And then after class, you go to a restaurant. And
yeah.
then you start to switch experiences. It's almost the same to me because like
It's almost the same, but we're doing it across the internet, which is
yeah, it's
amazing.
across the internet, but
Yeah.
because today,
It still feels like we
yeah,
are together
yes, so,
because of the chat, and the connection. It still feels like we could all be in the same room having these
yes.
conversations, listening to the DJ. It's amazing. Let's pause there. I think we're on number 5. I always lose track, but I think number
Five,
5. Yeah,
6, yeah, five. But let's go
5.
to the fifth.
Let's go to the fifth one. Yeah, yeah. What
Okay,
have you chosen for this one?
another one. I already talked to Seaside about this one. It's my favorite. My favorite AOR boogie from Brazil is
Okay,
very joyful.
hold on.
This Junior Mendes. Junior Mendes,
Yeah.
Pedras de Cristal. Is my
Say,
favorite. Is my favorite AOR boogie from Brazil. Also, Lincoln Olivetti production. I love this song. This song, oh,
and
nice. Yeah,
and
it's from
they all have great picture sleeves as well. That is the other
yes.
great thing.
I think because when I listen to that, I've been to Rio de Janeiro 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
but we can feel the 80s. You walking, in the sand, in the beaches, in the end of the afternoon, having like a juice, orange juice, very refreshment, you know.
Yeah.
I think these guys, Junior Mendes, Lincoln Olivetti, they kept really well this atmosphere at that time. So that's why
Yeah.
it's so fresh. Every time it's fresh. So this song, it's amazing. The Pedras de Cristal. It's
Cool. Let's have a
so
listen.
beautiful. Let's listen to that.
Seaside says, feel free to send her that as well.
It's going to be a pleasure. Let's go. Let's go to Seattle. Oh, Seaside, take me to the first Starbucks, right? The first Starbucks in the world is Seattle, right? I
That's
just
yeah.
bought I bought coffee beans from Ethiopia this Saturday from Starbucks. I grounding is different, but it's good.
Wow.
I
Cool.
love coffee as well. And also the grunge scene. The grunge scene in 1992, I was listening to all the grunge stuff. It's also made part of my background in music, Criztoz.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
This one.
Por favor, esqueça tudo que eu falei. Por favor, manobre os seus sentimentos. Pense em mim como pedra de cristal. Quebro sim, me desfaço em mil pedaços. Quero ver sua sombra nos meus passos. Só assim posso resguardar meu coração. E se alguém me perguntar onde anda o nosso amor, como é que eu fico sem você? Eu deixo meu silêncio responder. As palavras não têm força pra dizer. Tudo bem, segura essa vida solta. Eu já sei que a história agora é outra. Só você pode resguardar meu coração. Por favor, esqueça tudo que eu falei. Por favor, manobre os seus sentimentos. Pense em mim como pedra de cristal. Quebro sim, me desfaço em mil pedaços. Quero ver sua sombra nos meus passos. Só assim posso resguardar meu coração. E se alguém me perguntar onde anda o nosso amor, como é que eu fico sem você? Eu deixo meu silêncio responder. As palavras não têm força pra dizer. Tudo bem, segura essa vida solta. Eu já sei, nossa história agora é outra. Só você pode resguardar meu coração.
Oh, Mago, Mago. Peraí, I can listen to Criztoz now. Wait, wait.
Oh, sorry, my fault. There you go.
Sorry.
As Moktak says, what a bass line again. Another great bass line.
É, Lincoln Olivetti Production, DJ Lou SR70 just show up. É,
Yeah,
Junior
Julia
Mendes
Mendez
with,
with Lincoln
ah,
Olivetti.
it's amazing. So
Yeah,
I'm very, very, so we were talking about that earlier. We're very glad that we can have access to these pepitas, right, Christos? Because
yeah,
I also knew about Junior Mendes here on Twitch with
yeah.
the DJ
Okay.
Diogo because the LP, the Junior Mendes LP, was released, was repressed by Anthems of the North, the
Oh
label.
yeah, yeah. From Edinburgh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, amazing, amazing repress, and it
yeah,
comes with this song and another bangers as well, like a Copacabana Sadia and all lots of other songs. So, but this Pedras de Cristal, oh my goodness, my favorite, the AOR Fresh Boogie from Brazil. This is my favorite.
yeah. And it's amazing, but like you say, you talk about Athens of the North. Another label here in the UK that presses a lot of Brazilian music and has just done, I think, the 145 is Mr. Bongo. And they release amazing. And I think that's I've always liked Brazilian music, but I think starting to collect their label has really got me into it. And also they do these box sets for the last three record store days, and the music is so good. It's so good. But again, it's just scratching the surface because then I hear you play things like that, and I'm like, wow, that's a proper compactos from the
Yeah.
80s, not a repress. Um, now those sort of records are they expensive and are they difficult to get, or are they sort of popular and easy to find in Brazil?
So that's why, like Mr. Bongo, I think it's a game changer also. And then because there are some songs on Mr. Bongo's Brazilian
Yeah,
45s, like totally sought after, impossible to get the
yeah,
original. The only one that has is this DJ Lu SR70. He got everything. He is known like a DJ Lu as the mago of samba hockey. It's something
okay,
like the wizard of samba hockey. He got everything, and the cool thing, he was one of the first um, viewer of my stream because he
wow,
wasn't streaming yet. And then I was there with my Mr. Bongo represses playing, and he, oh, I know this song, and then I was there. So I don't know him. So he knows everything. He knows the wizard seaside. Yeah. He knows everything, Lou. And then hopefully he's my neighbor. He
yeah,
lives in a city next to mine. We always meeting each other in the bike ride on Sundays, and it's always a pleasure to talk with him because he knows lots of things, the history of the parties in Brazil since the 80s or 70s. And then he knows all the histories about the artists and about the labels and all this stuff. And then the Mr. Bongo, Olá, very good Mago, Mr. Bongo, because lots of and now so DJ Diogo showed me because he represents Mr. Bongo in Brazil,
wow,
and
okay,
he
cool,
showed me these 45s. So he said, "Oh, I," because he knew I was a DJ because of the Mansão parties. He also played there. Was another quick parenthesis. He played at our party in 2010. DJ Diogo
okay,
also playing records, Brazilian music there in our Mansão house music place. So people were totally weird. What this guy playing here? Brazilian music, funky Brazilian in a
yeah,
house music place. So he was there. So the moral is like we couldn't listen and take the right value of this amazing set that he did with Brazilian pepitas because we were there focused on the house music. So
okay,
that's
yeah,
why it's always important to open up your mind about
yes,
music. So 2010 and 2018, like 80 years after, we met again. He was selling records. And then he said, I know you're a DJ. We are very close friends, but we didn't have in touch for a long time. And so I have this collection, this 45 collection from Mr. Bongo, especially for DJs. And then I was a bit, oh, but only one song each side. I want the LP, you know. But
Yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
I start buying all of them. And today, I don't play that very much lately. I haven't been playing very much this collection, but I have all the numbers. From the first, I have all the collection. I
Yeah.
have all the collection, and now they are always uh, launching new ones, and I always messaging Diogo, when you get them, please, it's mine because I want to have all the collection because
Yeah.
it's a it's very important. I think it is because the most of artists are it's like Peter Ritchie. We don't know anything about, but they can. Also, I think because Mr. Bongo is a serious label, we know they
Yeah.
go also with Brazilian, with the African music, with Asian music. They go and they make all the bureaucratic stuff and all the right stuff. So they have all of this, but the original compactors, like those ones like Peter Ritchie, we have to go there and find. So this is cool
Yeah.
as well. For
So
me, it has all the same
again,
value.
again, it's keeping a record, isn't it? It's the fact that Mr. Bongo is coming out to Brazil and finding these records and that wouldn't normally be released and that we wouldn't normally have access, and they would just get lost. We'd never hear them, and the fact that they can bring them. I think what's amazing is the fact that they bring them to someone like me who doesn't isn't from Brazil, doesn't live in Brazil, but I love the music. But equally, you in Brazil also love the records they're putting out. So they're definitely doing something right, aren't they? If people in Brazil are loving the music as much as people who are not from Brazil.
Exactly. Like also with city pop, you have some other labels doing,
Yeah,
but like I think this is very important because it's keeping turning the wheel.
yeah,
Uh, and then people are getting, how can I say, involved with that movement. It's so important because you keep it alive. Otherwise we wouldn't have the chance to listen to those songs. But sometimes we know have some purists. They want the original. They don't want this to get repressed. But
yeah.
I had once this experience because I'm not playing in clubs or even in bars because I have my daughter as well. But I hope I can go and play
Go back.
as soon as possible because it's so nice to have this connection with people. I love that. And
Yeah,
then if you go, for example, it's a small example, to a bar, and then there's a normal, a regular family there, and then you put like a Mr. Bongo repress in the record. And this guy, he doesn't know anything about OG or repress. And
yeah,
he
yeah.
will listen the song, he will say, wow, this is a record. It's been 30 years. I don't see a record in my face. He doesn't know, but he got touched. So
And
this is
that's the thing, isn't it? That's important. Like you say, it yeah, some people will only play original records, which is fine, that's their choice, but ultimately, like you said at the beginning, it's the music and it's the
yes,
song. And if the connection is made, whether it's a repress, even if it's like digital or whatever it is,
no
it's
problem.
making that connection with that song and touches someone else is so important, and why we do it, I think, when we play out to people outside.
Exactly, exactly. You know, also DJ Lu, voila, perfect. He's saying DJ Lu has everything, he got everything. He was passing, you know, through all the decades like a
Yeah.
good wine, you know, waiting. And
Yes.
and then now he is here with us. He doesn't mind if it's repressed or if it's original. So hats off to DJ Lou. And he always, oh, look at that. You know, I have some lots of not represses, like compactors with versions
Yeah.
that he showed me that I would never listen to it. Never, never. So he always helping us. So
Yeah.
I always being thankful to him. Oh, DJ Lou, because he making this work. You know, to keep the music alive. This is important. The main
Definitely.
important thing is that. So
Definitely.
perfect, Mago.
Exactly.
Allah,
Save to
Allah,
extinction is
saving.
Brazilian.
He always saying that saving from
Exactly.
extinction. Also,
Exactly.
last Sunday we met in the bike ride, and he He told me about a record he will hand out to me next Sunday. It's a nice compacto as well.
Cool, cool. Let's pause there. Let's have another record. Let's have another
Oh,
compactor. So I think we're on number six. We have two
six,
left.
two left. So
Uh,
this one is very special. I think it was the hardest for me. It was the hardest. I'm gonna show you, and also DJ Lou showed me about this one. Look at that. Can you listen? Oh,
yeah,
this is. Uh, I
33
know. I know
compactor
Rodriguez
Lema de
Lima
Bom Brasileiro.
Brasileiro. I know
Brasileiro.
Rodriguez. I know Rodriguez was an actor and a musician, comedian. And then this one, I listened, I think, first time with Mago, with DJ Lou. Then I got totally connected this song, but I was trying to find impossible. Impossible everywhere on Discogs or even with the sellers. Olha lá, Sonzeira. And then one day, I remember I was with Bebel, with my daughter,
Yeah.
in the park, and she was sleeping in the crib, not crib, in the trolley. No, what's the name of the
Yeah, yeah, I
baby
know what you
car?
mean. Yeah,
The baby car
yeah.
trolley? No,
The
not trolley.
like a
What's the name
pushchair,
of the
like a
baby
pushchair
car?
or a pram.
The baby car with the wheels, the little car that you go
Yeah,
out in the street.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I can't think. I can't think of the word. I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
So
Yeah.
I was there, and then I saw in my want list I was there, and I saw one. I saw one copy, and I said, "Oh no, 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 no! It's not possible." But instead of hit the buying button, instead of the purchase and buy the button, I sent a message to the seller. Hey,
Right.
it's available. Please, can you let me know? Just let me know. Then 2 minutes after that was sold because
Oh
somebody else bought.
no.
And then hopefully I knew this seller, and then I sent him a message. Oh, I just messaged you, but I saw somebody bought, and he, oh, okay, but he bought, but he didn't pay yet the shipping costs. He said. I said, oh my
Okay.
god, and they have like 4 days, 4 days to
Yeah,
pay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, so during these 4 days, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't, I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. I said, oh my God, I can't believe why I didn't. But I also didn't want to reach the seller and say, no, please sell to me or something like that, because the other guy had
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bought. I said, oh, but I wanted so much this record. So I was there waiting 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, and then I don't know why he was new seller. He didn't set the shipping price, I think, and then 3 days, 2 days, one day, and then he canceled. He canceled the purchase, and he
Cool.
told me, "Oh, I canceled because the buyer didn't pay the shipping."
Yeah,
I said, "Oh
yeah.
no way! I will buy. I will buy. Please, 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 I will buy." So, and then I said, "Oh, I can't believe I have this pizza." And then, so okay, I will
Amazing.
buy. And then because it was in the beginning, like 2019 or 10 or 20. And I said, so when you find some record that you really want, you better buy. You better buy
Yeah,
first,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise somebody can buy, and then you can
Exactly.
sleep at night. Say, oh my god, this was very
And
important.
you might never see it again.
Exactly. And I don't
Yeah,
know if it's on stock again, but to me, it's very has a special meaning
amazing.
because it's so nice. So let's listen to that. It's
Yeah,
so
let's listen
amazing.
to it.
Yeah, let's go. Valeu, Mago.
Esse samba é jacaré! Não! É samba da pesada! Não! É samba de roda! Não! O que que é? Samba do povo! Lema de bom brasileiro,
Brasileiro,
é brincar o ano inteiro.
ano inteiro,
É Corinthians, é Flamengo, é o Galo Horizontino. Seleção com tostão, essa fera bate o fino. Negócio de brasileiro é gozação. Brasileiro é de botar estrela em vira-lata e vender como policial. Debaixo de um céu azul, a menina mergulha na onda de sal. Deita no molho de sol, o tempero é latino, é genial. Todo ano um festival,
festival,
todo ano um carnaval.
carnaval,
A mulata desce linda, endoidando americano. Mister vem, Mister vai, pra voltar no outro ano. O malandro no carnaval, quando ele se sente a perigo, ele chega a tomar mosca morta de aranha cega. O brasileiro é quente em Recife, em Belo e Rio de Janeiro. E a moçada paulista vale muito mais que o mundo inteiro. Saravá pros disque jockeys,
disque jockeys,
que oferecem melodias,
melodias,
ajudando o brasileiro balançar todos os dias. Tudo isso é meu povo ritmado. Brasil novo, que tem seu café, que tem seu Pelé, que tem um tostão que vale 1 bilhão. Na banca o Pasquim, tem Maracanã e tem TV. E todo dia é dia D, é dia D. Alô, Cidinha, está dando seu plá, neguinha? Legal. O meu plá para todos os brasileiros quentes. Chico brasileiro Anísio, Ronald brasileiro Golias, Silvio brasileiro Santos, ao gordo de guerra da Praça da Alegria, Abelardo Barbosa, Milor brasileiro Gênio e tanto.
Abelardo Barbosa é o Chacrinha, né, Magou?
É dia D.
Em DC Side,
Alguma coisa.
querida amiga, vamos!
Meninas que se banham sob este sol de 40 graus. Ah, é dia D.
Oh, I think it's your volume, Criztoz.
Sorry. I was going to say, there's so much energy in that record. Just keeps building and building and building. But I love records like that. You're like, oh,
Exactly.
it's going to go down. Oh, no, it's not. It just keeps carrying on. Oh, yeah.
Keeps carrying on.
Yeah.
The echoes in the voice and the studio environment. So
Yeah.
this is amazing. Also, he says, like Mago said, it calls goosebumps.
Yeah.
Mago said, and then it's amazing. Yeah, and he says in a part, he says like a saravá for disc jockeys. Saravá is a word in the candomblé that means in the means like a cheer you up, like a uplifting. Saravá, saravá.
Awesome. Yeah.
Saravá. So it's so uplifting. So that's why you felt this energy because
Yeah.
of the candomblé. You know, it's so saravá. So it's like a salve and something like that. It's very powerful.
Yeah, it definitely lifts you up, and I'm all for music that's uplifting, and I think again, when I watch your streams, they are uplifting and they're happy, and the passion comes across, but also it's there's a lot of good fun stuff on your stream. I haven't managed to organize it on mine yet, but you've got the points redemption where you have sort of the sort of faces and things on your thing. I mean, that's so cool, and it's very good fun, and it just shows that it's all about having fun.
Totally, like the rewards, so nice. I saw first time. You know, there's a DJ. Maybe from Bangkok. The DJ Missil. Missil, you know this girl?
I don't know.
Oh,
No.
she's from Bangkok. I saw once. She plays hip hop and
Yeah.
lots of things. She plays. She's a big streamer from Bangkok. And then I saw those funny face. And then I saw on YouTube, but I didn't know how to do that. Another day I
Yeah.
saw in those YouTube channels because we always searching about how to improve our streaming, right? So
Definitely,
the
definitely.
sound quality and the cameras, and then I saw these rewards. It's a nice small channel here in Brazil, and he said about this Snap camera with another application, and then you can link it to the channel points on Twitch.
Yeah,
And then I saw how to manage that and how to make all working together. And then I started this reward. It's so fun. Also, we have like
it's good.
Etinika from Canada. He was here in the chat room. He got two sons, Nico and Luca, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
always watching the stream and making fun with those faces. It's so nice. Also, my daughter always when when she sees, she wants to put the Peppa Pig face. It's so nice. I want like Chico Onsi, the other nice streamer that you
Yeah,
have here. He says something like that. If it's not to have fun, I don't turn on my equipment. Something
yeah.
like that.
That's a good
The
phrase.
main
If it's
thing is
not
to
to have
have
fun,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's not to have fun, I don't even turn on my equipment. So I think it's nice though.
That's a good phrase and a good thing to live by, definitely. If you're not having fun, there's no point doing it because the people watching will be able to tell that you're not enjoying it. But yeah, and yeah, Moktak saying what he really loves is that you always seem to be cheerful. Yeah, which
That's
is
right there. So glad that you kept in that. We always want to have fun, right, Mark Talk? I always want to
yeah,
have fun. And we wasn't also searching for some songs or pepitas to cheer our days because sometimes, like, I nowadays I just have like a when my jogger come back to school, the mornings here in Brazil, the mornings here like from 9 a.m. Maybe it's noon in London,
yeah.
in the Pacific, it's earlier. In Japan, it's like a 9 p.m. So it's universal.
It is,
It
and
doesn't matter if it's in the morning, in the down, or in the
exactly.
middle of the afternoon. Let's have fun. So I will put
And
some
Twitch
song.
Twitch is 24/7 across the world. But like you say, it's almost that positivity coming through the camera and coming into people's lives. That's fine. Okay, Moktek has a question. Do you have a secret, or have you always been this positive and like this?
I've always been like that, because I think the music,
Yeah,
there's a nice artist in Brazil called Hermeto Pascoal as the witch, like Miles Davis said, uh, gave him this nickname, the witch, because he said, I am music. He said,
yeah,
I am music, something like he summarized it the maximum. I am music. And music to me has this power. I always when I'm training, even when I was swimming, I have like a Walkman to listen to music when I'm swimming and training. So this is the main point. But also sometimes we are very like when once I also made a post on Instagram. That moment, because the raid arrived, we have like this goosebumps and these thrilling moments that gives you cheer you up like, oh my goodness, there are people coming. So then you always, oh my god, he's coming. And then when it comes, something happened, and then you always happy and want to do your best like a
yeah.
place, 1 minute before the raid comes, you feel like that though,
You're
Christos.
nervous. Yeah,
Nervous, it's nervous, but it's a nervous, it's
but it's a
nice to
good,
feel.
it's a good nervousness.
It's a good nervous. It's
Yeah,
nice to feel a bit not afraid because you are aware, and then you said, "Oh my
yeah,
goodness!" But then when with releases, all the power comes together,
yeah, yeah.
and then say, "Oh my goodness, it's amazing."
I
So
love with the raid events that you're listening to the DJ before, then the DJ before, and maybe the DJ before, and it's just getting you in the mood. And as you're going, I'm like, yeah, I'm really getting in the mood. I'm getting ready, and it's like being in real life. At an event, you're listening to the music, and then you're getting in the mood and looking forward, and not anxious, but uh, happy with anticipation for playing your set. And your little part in this party, and it's yeah, it's so good.
exactly, it's the same thing. Like we are connecting and collecting all this
Yeah.
energy, and then but 2 minutes and 1 minute before we start, we feel a bit afraid. But we have
Yeah.
all this energy, and then it's a burst of energy. When you release, I say, "Wow!" It's
Yeah.
almost the same thing. I don't know how it came like out like this vamo thing. It's
Yeah.
almost like that. Like when I was, I think vamo. I used to play tennis for a while, but not that much. But I know tennis players used to say a lot vamo here in Brazil as well,
Okay.
because maybe because of the Spanish players, vamo. And then I kept this Vamo because this Vamo, I think, comes with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Vamo. And then also on triathlon and all this stuff, when you're there struggling to run and all that stuff, and then you have like a Vamo or something like that, you keep going, keep going. It's an extra, it's a boost.
It's an
It's like
extra
a
boost.
boost,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
an
That's right.
extra
So
boost.
does Vama does it mean? Is it an actual word? Does it mean something in Portuguese?
Yes, vamos like a let's go, like a
Let's go.
go.
Okay, so it's like let's
Let's
go.
go.
Okay, cool.
Vamos.
Yeah,
Allez.
yeah,
In French, like the French,
yeah.
the cycling, they say allez, allez in the
Okay, yeah,
mountains.
yeah, yeah,
Vamos. And
yeah,
then this vamos came from the tennis court, I think, but also in the long run and all the stuff. Vamos, vamos. And then music is the same thing. When you play
yeah,
something, also when I used to be a DJ like with a 4 to 4 bar music. It's
yeah,
easier to mix, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then you can mix and then you make a set. But with this different construction music, it's harder, right? So
yeah,
that's why I always trying to make a set progressing and
yeah.
growing in energy. And then we have this in this I have the GJM 400. It has like a simple echo, but
Yeah.
then I try to put the echo and then release another song to keep going. So this is nice. Also helps to improve the energy environment. But sometimes as well, when you have like lots of people feeling nice about your set, then you can drop from a very energetic
Yeah.
song to a slower. You can do anything you want to,
And
as
again,
long as
you can play whatever you want.
yes, as long
Um,
as you come with passion.
exactly,
I'll,
exactly. Let's pause there. We have one more song. So one more song to the seven compactos, and then we will find someone to raid, and then we will carry on this conversation some other time because there's still lots to talk about. But yeah, let's listen to your seventh compactos
the
or
seventh
seventh
one,
record.
as you say, like last but not least,
Last but not
it's a
least, yeah.
it's so cool. So it's totally different. It's totally different. I don't
Excellent.
know. This is, the jazz man, the Chet Baker.
Ah, yes.
The Chet Baker singing in Italian with Ennio
Wow.
Morricone's orchestra, and I
Wow.
I had this song. I l- I listened to this song before I have the record, and then this song in my wedding, my wife enter. It
Ah,
wasn't.
wow.
It wasn't in the church. It was very simple ceremony at her parents' house, into the aisle of the living room. It was there, but it was in a MP3. And then when she was entering with this song, then I got the.
Amazing.
I was lucky to find this record. This is a generic sleeve. It's not the original, but it's 45 Italian press maybe, and I'll put for you. It's so beautiful, so
Definitely. Looking
amazing.
forward to
So
this. Let's hear this.
this is to my wife
Yeah.
that she supports. Sometimes she's a bit mad because she works a lot. I understand. She
Yeah, yeah.
works a lot in a company. She has bosses and pressing here to deliver all the stuff. And then I am with the daughter as a nanny, but always managing and respecting to each other.
Yep.
She can work and I can stream and we can have a amazing life together. So this is to
Very
her.
important.
This
Yes.
song, I will put it's amazing. Yeah, this one. Okay, my love, my darling. Oh, poetry. Thank you for being here. Vamos.
That's a beautiful, beautiful song, and I love that songs like that have such amazing memories for you. I have a song that we did when I got married, our first dance, "Sunny" by James Brown, and I've got that on 45, which I play, and every now and again, it's amazing. It just takes you right back to that moment, which obviously getting married is one of the most important days of your life. So it's amazing that it can just take you right back to that. Music is so powerful. Your music is so powerful. But yeah,
Exactly. That's a part of the music. So
definitely.
it's so powerful. So I'm kidding. So powerful that my wife got to watch my stream.
It's
I'm
great.
kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
kidding.
it's
But
really
it's
cool.
right.
It's really
Music has
cool.
the power. Music.
It
Music.
has. It has.
Another thing, I got this from these Remedy parties in San Francisco back in 2005.
Okay.
The Remedy Salted, Om Records, these amazing records. The slogan of the party was "Music is the cure." So I'm always having
Yes.
this since 2005. Music is the cure. So
Yes.
if you down music, music for everything.
Definitely. Definitely. Leo, it's been amazing. I'm gonna set the ray. We're gonna go to your fellow Brazilian JJ Biz because he's playing as part of Vinyl World Cup. So
Yeah,
we'll go and see
amazing.
him. Let me just set that ray to make sure that's going. But yeah, it's been amazing. Lots of great stories, lots of amazing, amazing music. I'm gonna have to try and track down maybe some of that. I'm not never gonna find them, but maybe one I might find. But thank you so much for being a guest. It's been fantastic, and we will definitely continue the conversation through streams, but also on another show, hopefully some point in the future. But thank you once again. It's been amazing.
Criztoz, thank you. Anytime, my friend. I'm really appreciating, always thankful to everything you've been doing for me, also in the streams and all in the community as well. Your
Thank you.
strong work that you're doing is not easy. We have your events, you have everything, and you also always having this amazing work. It's not easy, I know, and always thankful to you.
I
Everything. So really
I
thankful
really
and always thankful to you, and it's been a pleasure. So, and also thank you to all the audience, our friends. I saw Photo I Street, J.
so many
Lou,
good friends. Yeah.
Etinika, Twitch Slap,
Yeah.
a lot of. I'm not. I don't have the chat room here, but thank you from the bottom of my heart to
Thank you, everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. So nice to share this conversation with you. So I
With you
wish you
too.
amazing weekend and see you soon.
Take it
Uh,
easy. Definitely.
Definitely, it's so amazing. So enjoy your weekend. Thank you for the opportunity, and we be in touch. Amazing, Criztoz. Thank
Definitely.
you, vamos and vamos,
Vamos. Yeah.
vamos. Bye bye.
Bye.